What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss everything going on here in our country that you need to know about here on a daily basis. In this video, I want to go over multiple different things that could put money in your pocket. And I have several different stories or articles or items that could put money or will put money actually in the pockets of thousands or millions of Americans that we'll go over here one by one. So make sure you watch this video all the way to the end. And if you're new to our channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on new videos, and then click the bell icon after subscribing. Remember that new videos come out here on our YouTube channel every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Part of my mission here on a daily basis is to help as many people as I can. I get comments all the time of people saying, thank you, you've helped me with rent assistance, mortgage assistance, utility assistance, and all these different topics that I cover here on a daily basis. When these new programs come out, it's part of my mission to help as many people as I can. It's just what we do. And my wife and I, we do hours and hours of research to help as many people as I can. So remember, there's state programs and federal programs always coming out here on a daily basis, or maybe on a weekly basis. But there's a lot of programs, and a lot of people don't realize this. So this is just part of what we do here on our YouTube. Remember, this is completely free. And if you ever see any comments in the comment section saying, text me or call me with my picture, it's a scam, it's a fraud, they're scammers. Don't text or call anybody because I don't have any phone numbers for you to call. Just ignore them. I block them on a daily basis. So keep that in mind. And also, thanks for liking and sharing these videos. It helps to put our reach out on YouTube and help us find new viewers. So, all right, here we go. First one up here. Here's how Florida hurricane victims can apply for tax relief. It's for anything that insurance didn't cover, tax experts say. Here's the details on this. Any Florida residents who sustained property losses during Hurricane Ian is eligible for some tax relief under the federal disaster protocol. Note that this also might be applicable for other states as well, because the hurricane did hit other states. Any Florida resident who sustained property losses during Hurricane Ian is eligible for some tax relief under the federal disaster protocol. The FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, granted the entire state federal disaster status following the catastrophic weather event on September 28th. Hurricane Ian made landfall in southwest Florida about 2 weeks ago, is considered the deadliest storm the state has experienced since 1935 Labor Day storm. Experts predict that total insurance claims could hit about $60 billion. Wow. FEMA declaration opened the door to potential tax breaks to all homeowners affected by Hurricane Ian that reside or have a business anywhere in the state. So, to all homeowners, basically. Kathy Pickering, the chief tax officer at H&R Block, said that eligible deductions may be claimed for anything that insurance didn't cover. The concept is there's no double dipping. If you're getting reimbursed from your insurance company, you don't also get to claim it as a loss on your taxes. As in any new tax law, there are exceptions. If you feel insurance did not cover the full amount of the property or the item in question, you can submit that item on your tax form to cover the difference. Basically, you can claim it as a loss and claim it on your taxes, it looks like. It's not a refundable credit. You don't get to say, oh, I had $100,000 in losses and the IRS will send you a check. Think of the process as adding tax deductions. If you earned $100,000 last year in income and paid $20,000 in taxes, you would get up to that amount refunded in taxes. So I know quite a bit about taxes, and my father-in-law is an accountant. So basically, if you earned $100,000 year last year and paid $20,000 in taxes, you could basically write that off on your taxes if you had damage to your house. So to say, it's basically a write-off if you had damage, and you could write that. You have two options. You could amend last year's taxes, 2021, or add the deductions to your 2022 tax form, which is going to be coming here in a few months. You will need casualties and thefts income tax form 4684. Be sure to write the FEMA declaration number DR 4673-FL. And remember, the deductions must be attributed to a federal disaster. So you can pause the screen right here and write this down. Share this video with anybody that this might be applicable to. Write this down, okay? You're going to need that information, okay? You will need casualties and theft income tax form 4684, FEMA declaration number DR 4673-FL. Say that 10 times fast. You sum up all those losses and then go through the worksheet to calculate the amount. For more information, go to irs.gov and write Hurricane Ian in the search box in the upper right. That's where you can actually get tax form 4684. Also, for Florida, DCF has announced that there is disaster SNAP, so additional SNAP benefits, food benefits, for people who do not get SNAP. So individuals and families impacted by Hurricane Ian who are not receiving food assistance benefits through the regular SNAP program, food stamp program, are eligible to apply for DSNAP, disaster SNAP, online. This is kind of started now. You must not be receiving regular SNAP benefits, but if you're affected by this, you must be living in a disaster or working in a disaster declared zone at the time of Hurricane Ian and suffered a disaster-related loss such as damage to your home or self-employed property, loss of food, or reduction of income. You can apply at this website, myflfamilies.com/dsnap. You can pause the video here for this website, and you can basically get free money for food for the most part. myflfamilies.com/dsnap. You can also call this phone number here, 850-663-1919. Pause the video here if you need to. Next up, student loan forgiveness applications of the $10,000 to $20,000 of student loan debt forgiveness, which is going to go out to over 40 million Americans. The applications are now available and open, at least in a beta test mode. I reported this yesterday, I think it was yesterday, and I seen hundreds of comments of people saying, "Thank you, Jimmy. I was able to get the application. It's available for some people." And people said, "Yes, I got it and I applied," which is really, really cool to see that we're already getting some people kind of getting the first applications in. So here's what you do. You go to studentaid.gov. Studentaid.gov. Not .com, .gov. I don't want you to get confused. Studentaid.gov. From there, you'll see just announced new one-time student loan debt relief. Click on that. Okay? You'll notice it says an official website of the government here. Okay? You'll be able to apply now if it's available, because it's a beta test, which means that they're It's available sometimes and sometimes it's not. Okay. Apply for student loan debt relief during the beta launch. Click apply now. We're accepting applications to help us refine our process ahead of the form launch. If you submit an application, it will be processed and you won't need to resubmit. So you apply for the student loan debt relief. If you have a federal student loan, you're eligible as long as you make under $125,000 or $250,000 as a married couple. That's it. That's all you need to do to be eligible. I get a lot of people saying, Jimmy, I don't think I'm eligible, this, that, and the other thing. If you have a federal student loan, it's not a private student loan with a private company. If you're not even sure, if you think you might be eligible, you probably should just go ahead and apply. I don't know. I don't want to give anybody advice and be wrong because I don't know everybody's situation. Um, but you might want to apply. I'll just say that because again, I'm talking to thousands and thousands of people here. Um, but those are the qualifications. If you have a federal student loan and you make less than $125,000, you're eligible. Okay, you can see right here who qualifies. Individuals who made less than $125,000 and you have a federal student loan. That's it. There's a lot of people they said that aren't going to get it because they're simply not going to apply. So if you think you're eligible, you might want to apply. Okay. So all you got to do is go to this website, put your name, address, social security number, date of birth, phone number, email, and click submit. That's it. Okay. And remember, this is an official government website at studentaid.gov. You can see right here, it's a secure website, HTTPS in the corner. That means it's secure. And there you go. You applied for $10,000 to $20,000 of student loan forgiveness. Now, when you apply here, this does not mean that it's done and you get it immediately today, here, right now. Okay, this means they're putting it in the queue for when they're going to submit them or when they're going to process them here sometime in the near future. 2 weeks from now, uh, whenever that's going to happen. Okay, we don't know the exact date yet. This is a little bit complicated because there is several Republican states that have filed lawsuits against the federal government to try to block this, which I personally am kind of disappointed in. And again, I don't have student loans. We actually paid me and my wife's off because, and again, I could be the typical type of person that would be mad at this. But remember, they're not raising any taxes on this. It's not like I'm going to pay more taxes or you're going to pay more taxes. It's just like the states that are passing out checks to help out people and the SNAP benefit programs that are going out. There's no taxes being raised on anybody for this. If anything, it's just helping over 48 million Americans. And the next program and the next program and the next program that goes out, this is just relief going out to over 40 million Americans. There's no taxes being raised. So they want to block this help for over 40 million Americans. And it could be you. It could be your brother, your sister, your aunt. I don't know. You can let me know your thoughts here in the comments, but this is a massive help for over 40 million Americans. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. But you can apply. Go apply now and let your friends and family know. Share this video with them. Next up, tax relief checks being mailed to New Yorkers, to millions of New Yorkers here. Take a look at this. The New York State Department of Taxation and Finance announced that it has started to mail additional financial relief to eligible New Yorkers. The tax department is issuing $475 million in additional New York State child and earned income tax payments, aka checks, to about 1.8 million people 1.8 million people, about $500 million, $475 million. If you've been watching my channel, you know that there's 33 different states that are sending out checks like this. I've been covering this here on a daily basis, one by one by one. As this news comes out, we're covering this here. This time it's New York, and really we're just covering every single state that is issuing checks here, and the federal government. And obviously the federal government's program right now is student loan forgiveness, and they also have the largest Social Security raise in 41 years as well. And Medicare Part B premiums are going down, which is a good thing as well. But New York is going to be sending out child tax credit checks and earned income tax credit checks, which is the adult tax credit. It's for low income adults, to about 1.8 million people. Most of the checks will arrive by the end of October. Let me know if you've gotten these yet. The checks will be automatically mailed to those who received the Empire State Child Tax Credit. So remember that there's a lot of states that have an additional child tax credit. Okay, so if you have children, please. I try to cover this on my channel when I can, when I see this information, and I have here in the past. New York is one of them that has an additional child tax credit on the state level as well. So when you file your state taxes and your federal taxes, there's an additional child tax credit on the state level for New York. A lot of other states have this as well. Or the adult tax credit for low income adults for New York on their 2021 state taxes. No action is required by taxpayers. We're delivering these additional relief checks to hardworking New Yorkers who have been feeling the pinch of inflation. The average payment is about $270 for each recipient. I assume that means some could be higher, some could be lower, which will help address rising costs associated with the pandemic and inflation. So additional checks going out to 1.8 million people in New York. Not bad. Pretty good news. I like to see this kind of stuff here going on here. And this stuff is going on pretty frequently nowadays. Yeah, and honestly, there's going to be a lot of these programs here. Um, I'm sure we'll see more for the rest of this year. We got October, November, December. Half of October left, and really, there's going to be programs like this all of next year as well. So um, states are flush with cash. Unemployment is low. We look at like California, which has the largest population state, has that $97 billion surplus. It's not like California is going to run out of money by next year. Um, so a lot of these states, every single state, as far as I've seen, has a surplus. So surplus means extra money on top of their budget for the year. So they've allocated their budget, and now they have extra money left over to do with as they will. Now, of course, they have to keep some money there, so you don't if you don't spend every single dollar as a state agency, so you have nothing left over for a rainy day fund. But as you can see, we're seeing a lot of states send out state stimulus checks, property tax relief checks, inflation relief checks, extra SNAP benefits, all sorts of different things. And we're seeing a lot of government programs as well. So I will keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country on a daily basis. Make sure to click the subscribe button down below, hit the like button, and share these videos with your friends and family. It's completely free to do so. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember those times, and I will keep you up to date here. You can click here to see the Social Security announcement that just came out here, and you can click here to see the executive order that was just passed. It's actually going to put money in people's pockets for a lot of people. That was actually really, really good news. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.